a very fitting topic for me kicking some cabbages.
Yep. Daredevil Born Again. We've won. This was being reported by Jeff Schneider, the Insider, that Foggy's back and Karen's back in Daredevil Born
Thank
Again.
God.
Thank
I
God
mean,
for that.
it's honestly, I thought it was kind of to be expected. I don't think they would have announced it because it's like they announced Punisher. It's kind of like the same thing with No Way Home, where they announced, they showed this character, the villains and stuff, and it's like, oh, we're gonna get the Spider-Men to, and obviously we knew we were getting the Punisher. We obviously we got Daredevil already. We got Kingpin. It was sort of in a different form, and we wasn't sure if it was going to be the same versions.
Part of the
so
sacred timeline, as we can call it
yeah,
now.
So it's interesting that it's not really. It's just nice to know that we're getting these characters back. Getting the actual characters back themselves, not just even like the same actors. But I love these actors. I love the role they do in this, and it's fantastic. And I'm really happy that for them that they're back, and for everyone
for the fans.
who loved yeah. I think this is now starting to. I know this is going to sound a bit controversial what I'm going to say, but it's really starting to shape up as more of a season 4 instead now.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's
rather than like a spiritual
season 4 in everything but name, because they made it Daredevil Born Again because they didn't know if it was going to be part of the MCU or not. I think the Daredevil show works well in the MCU. It fits right in. And the fact that they've announced that it's part of the MCU now, having Karen and Foggy not there, is fucking criminal. Now that they are there, yes, thank God for that. Because no matter how much these characters might have wound you up in Daredevil, sometimes people saying Karen's annoying, people saying Foggy's a bad friend.
Her name is Karen.
Yeah. People saying Foggy's a bad friend, Karen's annoying. This trio together works so well in the show.
It is. I can't imagine, like, I like Foggy, I get it, the whole bad friend thing, but I just really like Foggy in the show, man. Like, he's one of my favourite characters. He's just such a great, good, best friend to Matt.
Yeah.
In, like, a time of need, and he's kind of, he's wanting what's best for him, and he's just great. And, like, it was interesting, his route that they took in season 3. I thought it was a very, like, big departure, him becoming the big lawyer and everything. That might have been
Defenders that started.
Yeah. Which I didn't mind, you know what I mean? Like, I thought was great. I am glad that we're getting these characters back, because it's also, we're gonna get these 3 back together in the same building, hopefully, or maybe like a new build. I don't know, but hopefully they've got Nelson and Murdoch back up again with Karen.
Nelson and Murdoch.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Actually, you're right.
That's the last thing we saw of them all together. And let me tell you, Deborah Ann Woll as Karen should have won an award for season 3 of Daredevil. Just on the basis of that conversation she has alone with Fisk when she tells him that she killed Wesley. That was, I say this a lot, actually. This is quite.
I remember watching that, because I watched. If you've been staying with us for a while now, if you've been watching us for a while now, I think I mentioned that I was rewatching Daredevil.
I started last night again. I can't help myself.
I'm currently going through Game of Thrones. I'm on season 3, and fuck me, I love it. But yeah, so going through that, it's just, that scene is powerful, man. That scene's like, because obviously I know what's gonna happen. No one's, I know what's the outcome is, but it's just seeing, that conversation, the way it played out was fucking nerve-wracking, man. Like, it was powerful shit.
Season 3 of Daredevil is perfect television. Perfect television.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's so fucking good. But I like all the seasons equally, to be honest. I think they're all top tier for me.
A lot of people's ranking is 2, 1, 3. Like, 2's the worst, but not bad at all. Like, it's just not as good as the other two, but for me, it's 1, 2, 3. I think the show just gets better as it keeps going on. It does, and hopefully it can follow the trend with Born Again. Because this really says to me again, no, Marvel is taking on board what people are saying. Do you remember the rumour that we reported when the script got axed? The last one. And it was, apparently Karen and Foggy were going to be dead by the time the show starts. No! Don't do that! You know, they could have made that work. And I do not have a problem with Karen or Foggy dying. But you need to make it impactful, and they need to put it in the actual show, if they do it.
I mean, it would have been hard to see that, considering we had Daredevil in... Obviously that was a long time ago, but if the events of She-Hulk happened with Daredevil, he would have been, like, more happy and chirpy, it would have been a bit weird.
Yeah, it's like, oh, my best friends have just died, I'm gonna go to LA and fuck Hulk Lady. I mean, shit, we all deal with stuff in different ways.
We do. We all mourn in our own way, but...
Yep. And he mourns inside She-Hulk.
Also, big shout out to Karen, because the actress, she's actually in God of War, and she's Atreus' son, which is pretty fucking
Atreus'
cool
son?
Atreus' mother.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, you don't know these days.
That really took me out of it, though, when I was playing God of War. I was like, that's fucking Karen.
Yeah, I think it's because we don't really see her in too much.
No,
you know, but she's great.
She's great.
I'm hoping that they get the. Is it confirmed that the actors are back?
This is coming from Jeff Snyder, the Insider.
Yeah, but
there's no official confirmation yet, but this has also been corroborated by Alex Perez as well, who's another big scooper. So a lot of them are jumping on this now, and it makes sense. They cut the show, and apparently, you know, we heard that they're going to use some of the footage that they've already shot. They're using none of it now. Complete rewrite from the bottom up. So let's see what they can do.
It'd be interesting to see what they actually did and how fucking bad it really was.
I don't think it was a sense of being bad. I think it was just this is slow. Like, apparently
slow and disconnected.
Yes, apparently he didn't suit up until the 4th episode.
I wouldn't have minded that.
If the story's great, yeah, but you know, it's Daredevil. You get them arcs of, you know, the opening to the first episode when he beats the shit out of them guys at the pier. That shows you what this show is all about, and this show needs to have an opening like that. He needs to go into a room, he needs to kick some ass and go, and his fist needs to be bloody, and needs to be someone with a broken nose or something like that, so we know what this show's all about from the get-go. Because, yeah, Echo was TVMA, but I kind of feel like that was a bit of blood here and there, and stuff like that added.
They definitely tried to hype it up with, start of each episode, or viewer discretion advised, and there was that scene when there were, like, spoilers for Echo, but in the scene where they're in the roller skate...
Yeah. Great scene, by the way. Great scene.
But they when the guy gets, like, killed, and he's, like, laid down on the table, there's, like, blood on his face or whatever, I just thought, right, they're really, like, you know, the camera really sinks in and tries to show you, like, it cuts back to him, and I'm like... All right, we get it. There's blood, Disney. We get it.
Now,
we understand.
To be fair, other people might find it gory, but we're two people who watched Herogasm, the episode of The Boys, and thought, oh, well, that bad.
That was not that bad, to be honest.
No, it wasn't. But it was good.
I grew up playing Prototype, so I'm all for, like, seeing loads of...
Yep.
Not all for it, but I've seen my fair share.
And I grew up with a severe porn addiction.
Which is...
Fun.
Which is related to our next topic.
No, it's not.
It's not, but... Anyways...
Anyways...